the front of your mat. Find your feet. Find your feet. And when you found them, raise your hand. Okay, now please rock forward. Rock the body weight forward. So then you feel how your heels want to pick up. Rock it back. So far back, so you're like, wow, where's my balance? This is why we practice. We practice so that we can find our center. Find all four corners of your feet, the outer edges of your feet. It's as if they're pressing against walls. Nice, Mary. And then the inner edges of the feet. It's as if the inner edges are pressing against the outer, yet the inner inseams, rather, of your feet aren't lifting off the floor. It's a very tiny movement, too, by the way. Nod when you have it. How do you feel about how you're standing right now? I'm doing it, too. And I feel really, like, kind of rock solid. Exactly. She's exactly right. Kendra said the shift just activated her legs. Do you feel that, Mary? Yep. Okay, Jim? Okay. Right away from that place, bring your focus to your core. As you activate the feet, it travels up your legs, and your core says, boom, there I am. Do you feel that? And the tailbone says, all right, let me down. Don't stick me out to the parking lot. Let me down. How does your lower body feel right now, guys? Solid. Does the upper body feel any more relief from that place? Or is there possibility for the upper body to just kind of chill out? Like, give your upper body the day off in this stance, because the foundation underneath you is that solid. Do you guys register that? Okay. Now bring awareness to your upper body. Stay in your legs, or stay in your feet. I'm going to say stay in your feet, because you want to build the pose from the ground up. So stay in your feet. Feel how your legs just get pulled into it. Your core says, okay, I'm in the game. And now bring your focus up to your rib cage. Hands alongside your rib cage, please. And you're going to inhale so the ribs expand into your hands. Bring your hands right alongside your body, Jim. Side ribs. Yeah. Take them back a little further, Jim. Yeah. As you inhale, close your eyes. Drop your focus down to your rib cage. As you inhale, feel the expansion. As you exhale, feel it all coming back together. Drop your focus down into your feet again. Plug them in again. Because we are used to this kind of solid foundation very often, very consistently. So let's practice consistent strength that's felt in the physical. And it brings that message to the internal. Like, wow, I'm really plugged in. I'm really strong. I'm really solid on my legs and feet. And then allow your breathing to have the expansion it deserves. Give your breathing this morning the respect it deserves. Give your breathing fullness that it deserves. Because what you give and what you allow the breath to do on your behalf will create such a more vital day today. Bring your hands to your back ribs. Breathe in that space. Let it all come through. Follow the sound down to the bottom of your lungs and pause it at the end. It's a slight pause. And then inhale at the top. Pause it at the top, please. Move it through slower. Bring your first fingers and thumb on the right hand to the front of your rib cage, right at the sternum. And you want to beef out your ribs like we often talk about. Bring your attention with your backhand to your middle back. Notice how you beef out your ribs in the front. Feel how that creates the shift in the spine behind you. Now feel what happens on the back side of your body when the front ribs soften down. Feel how that irons out your spine. And it can feel a little odd, because I think that we've needed to beef it out to be able to get breath in. Because we're really tight in the shoulders, the upper back, etc., etc. But just make these tiny adjustments and you'll feel like, wow, my spine is longer, it's straighter. And then just move your shoulders back and keep the ribs just softening, dropping a little bit toward the belly button. Move the shoulders back. Find your feet again. All four corners of your feet. Outer edges, inner edges, press against the outer edges. Notice how that shoots power right up into your inner thighs. I feel that. Who else feels that? Okay. Inhale, arms reach. Hands to the heart, breath out, hands to the heart. Shoulders move out of the way, front ribs soften toward the belly button. Plug in your feet, feel the tailbone drop. Eyes closed. Today is Memorial Day, and there is a massive collective tribe of veterans, past and present, that have served so that we can stand here. So let's dedicate every breath and every movement in gratitude to the strength that they had inside themselves to stand and to stand up for us. Be a stand for what's right. Be a stand for integrity. Be a stand that your whole spirit is behind it. Let's dedicate every breath and every movement, not to our tension, not to our stiffness. Acknowledge it when it shows up. But let's acknowledge life force. Let's acknowledge what it is to be a stand for ourselves. And let's remember the soldiers well that have stood for us with that kind of stature. And let's move back to that. Individually and collectively, all together this morning. Inhale, rise, arms reach. Empty the breath, forward fold. In breath, halfway lift. Find your spine so you literally understand what that means. It means find your backbone. Nice, Kendra. Hug your core in and your spine just enlivens from there. Fold forward. Bend your knees a lot. Be kind to yourself. That's self-respecting for sure. By bending your knees, you're kinder to your body that's doing this practice. Your mind's not doing it. I mean, honestly, your mind's with it, but it's a body practice. Your bones, your muscles, your body as a vessel for your spirit. And that's not said as a bumper sticker kind of thing, although it sounds really cool. Your body is your vessel for your spirit to serve. Rise all the way up. Reach more. And then let your shoulders down off the shelf. Bend a little more back. Bless you. Bless all of you. Fold forward. Wrap your arms around your calf. Soften your knees more. Let your chest drape on your thighs, and let your practice be the opportunity to give back to yourself, because that's self-respecting. Good. That's self-loving. And if there's self-love, self-respect, and self-care, you do show up stronger in the world, but you show up with a strength of grace. Humble gratitude for your body as it has served you. Inhale all the way back up. Press your palms together. Find your feet again. Lift your gaze to look to your palms, but find your feet again. And then drop your arms out to the sides and just dive forward into your forward fold. Halfway up to down dog. Let all the breath steam roll right out of you, because it's tired energy anyways. Go ahead, feet hip width apart. Breathe out with full gratitude that you have a chance to be here and breathe and be alive, and that anything's possible from that canvas at the start of a day. The start of your day of an attitude of gratitude and love for yourself, love for your body. Breathe in. Dump it. Take your legs together and take your right leg high up in the air. Let the inhale take the leg higher than it would normally be able to lift without breath. Without breath, it's more struggle. Give up struggle. Exhale the leg all the way to the floor. Left side, take a long breath in. Not a drive-through breath. Empty the breath like it's fine dining and the foot just makes its way back to the ground. Your foot. Right leg high up in the air. Higher. Nice, Mary. Then bend the upper knee, Jim. Lots of bend in that top knee. Roll open where you just press the upper foot a little more into the air, but the air is rock solid. And then hugging your knee to your nose, rock your shoulders forward right over your wrists. In breath, leg high. Out breath, hug your knee to your nose, get your core in the game. There you go, nice, Jim. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, lots of length up. Exhale, hug it in. Kick high. Exhale the foot to the ground. Left side. Long breath in, take it up. Long breath out, hug it in, knee to nose. You could always come onto one knee and do this, by the way. Take care of yourself. That's self-honoring. Hug it in. Kick high. Pull in. Kick high. Higher. Bring the foot to the ground. Walk feet to your hands. Halfway up. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Find your feet and your legs and core show up. Rise high. Bend back. Breathe out. Bend the elbows. Stretch the palms. Spread the fingers. Lift your gaze. Press your heart to your thighs. Nice. Inhale halfway. Find your backbone. Bend your knees more and you'll find more backbone. It'll straighten out. And then step to down facing. Leg left, right leg high. Hug it in, knee to nose, knee to nose. Shoulders over the wrist, Mary. Just rock your body weight forward a little more. Yes. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick up. Knee to nose. Shoot the leg up in the air. Shoot it up there. Hug it in. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, leg to the floor. Left side. Long breath in. Take the leg up. You have this. Pull it in tight. Knee to nose. Chin to chest. Nice, Mary. Hug in your core. Ha, nice. Reach. Hug in tight. Tight, 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 Jim. Inhale, lots of length. Hug it in. Pull, let the core pull in and the legs comes in after it. And hug in one more time. 3, 2, 1. Kick up. Release the leg. Walk feet to your hands. Flat back. Hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Clasp hold. Pull your chest right on up. Bend your knees more, Mary. Bend them. Nice, Mary. Push your hips straight back to the wall behind you. Fold forward, everybody. Knees stay bent. Head just falls. Release the arms all the way up. Palms pull right to the heart. Find your feet again. Inner edges, outer edges. Inner legs into outer legs. Tailbone, core. Slow breath in. Let it go. Reach up. Long inhale just pulls your arms up for you. And fold forward. Halfway up. Breathe in. Hug your core in as you're getting to down dog. And breathe out. Let your hips rock to the right. Let your hips rock to the left. Back to center. Full breath in. Longer breath out. Walk feet to your hands. Halfway. Clasp hold of your palms, hands behind your back. Squeeze your arms straight. Get your shoulder blades pressed right into the mid-spine, all snug. Fold forward. Breathe out. Reach high. Fold forward, empty. Halfway lift. Long, full breath. All that breath moves out to plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Look up, look up, look up. Push your arms straight down through the floor, but your hands come before your arms. So get your palms plugged down. Feel how it pulled your chest up. Nice, Kendra. Rock forward, empty all your air. And then inflate yourself, up facing, or a half cobra. And then move back, chest to thighs, down dog. Full breath in. Let go, nice and easy, nice and freely. Like we live in New Hampshire, our slogan is live free or die. And if you're breathing out, you're feeling freedom. You're feeling that you have access to freedom. Let freedom ring. Take a long breath in. Move it all out. Exhale again. And then pause the breath. Walk feet to your hands. Flat back. Folding in. Knees stay bent. Let the hamstrings warm up over time. Rise high. Feet grounded. Legs say affirmative. Fold forward. Heart just melts. Let your heart melt. Halfway up. Breathe in. Move to plank position on the out breath. Then in high plank, you take a filled up breath. Move it all out as you rock forward. Fill up again, half cobra or up dog. Shoulders, move them back. Downward facing. Your hips and legs are being pulled back there. Inhale. Out with a breath. In breath. Out with a breath. In breath. Easy out. Move on forward to the front of your mat with vision, with a wakefulness. You're alive and you're awake to see where you're going. Halfway up, breath in. Forward, fold, empty. Rise high. Out breath, bend the knees. Let the exhale fold you. Let the inhale lift you halfway. Let your next exhalation, as it's ready to go, take you to a high plank. Get strong in your feet again. Feet, even when you're standing, even when you're in plank, it's all in the feet, then the legs, then the tailbone, core. Rock forward, lower only halfway. Upward. Nice job, Mary. Feel your core pull in, and that moves you and your legs to down dog. Nice. Press your heels toward the floor. Firm up your legs again like you did standing. Breathe in and breathe out. Together, breathe in. There's a power in togetherness. Breathe it all out. In. Press your hips and thighs back on the out breath. Let your front ribs soften towards your belly button, Kendra. And then hug in your belly, look forward. Fly, hop, skip, cartwheel, whatever, or crawl. Or just walk. Halfway up, shoulders back. Fold forward in a way the spine gets to move right to your heart again. Yeah, you want to find this practice with your heart. And you want to build your life around your heart. And you'll be able to better serve your country. Your country represents your life and everyone in it. But you are at the front line of serving you so that you can serve your country from a really organic place. Not like work. Bend your knees, reach high. Chair pose, but lots of breath and a smile on your face. Not where you go into battle. Keep the breathing moving, fluid. Let big breaths come in and let that just kind of reach this little tiny closed off spot inside yourself, in your mind, in your heart, whatever. Sink your heels into the floor more and feel your thighs, your inner thighs want to hug into something. Nice, Jim. Feel your tailbone say, I want to drop down. Stretch your arms up away from your hips. Fold forward. Exhale everything. Flat back. Fold forward. Bend your knees, sink down again, chair pose. Squeeze your thighs. Let your glutes press down. Let your heart say, I don't want to go down, I want up. Let buoyancy be in your heart. Fold forward. Halfway up. Hugging the core, high plank. Don't get caught up in your mind. Move it through. Low plank. Stay with the breath, the precision of an inhale meeting you and greeting you. Stay with the out breath, escorting you to downward dog. Right foot stepping forward. Back foot, ground it down. Rise up, warrior one. Arms reach. Front knee is bent only after you get into that back foot. Back foot pulls the back leg in, like Kendra said at the beginning. Nice, Mary. Letting your hips start to steer as centered as possible to the front room, and it's all going to look different on each and every one of you. So find your yoga and put your heart into your poses. Put your heart behind your breath. Love your breath. Love your warrior pose. Good. And keep your gaze on one place so that you have right focus and then right aim. Reach up, and as you hear your exhale coming out, it's going to melt your upper body back. And then you're letting your inhale give you a little more length. And then you let your exhale get you right back to the floor. High plank. Be escorted into low push-up. Upward dog. Escort yourself back to down dog. Like the breath out escorts you out of up dog and into down dog. And there's a kindness there. There's a kinship there. It's an ally. And then your mind starts to go, okay, well, maybe my body's not really the enemy. Yeah. Because you can serve your body better. You can serve your country better if your mind isn't really thinking everything's for battle. Left foot steps forward. Ground down. Back foot, it's your roots. Root down, rise up. Left knee bends. And you keep that focus of the tailbone lengthening down. And then that front knee bends, and it probably won't bend as deep, and that's okay. But get your center of your front heel plugged right through the floor. Like drive it. And then you want your breath to be coming in really full. But you want it to be able to come in a way that's a little more relaxed. Bring your palms together. Look up. Keep your ears and your eyes on your hand, your ears on your breathing. Bend back. Return to the floor. High to low. Upward dog. Be in upward dog with your whole mind and body. And then that moves out onto the next. In with the breath. Out with it. All of it. And then you just kind of tiptoe right up to the front edge of your mat. Flat back. Forward fold. Wrap your arms around your calves and let your head drop. Bend your knees more. And just surrender the last residual of the out-breath. Bend your knees and then sweep your arms up. And as your arms sweep up, you could have a little bend in your elbows. Palms to the heart. Fold forward. Slow breath. So slowing the breath down slows the pace down. Halfway up. Breathe in. Move back. Core in. Rock forward on the balls of your feet. Bring your focus there and watch how that really helps you out. Your feet help you out. Tops of the feet press down, and that helps out your legs in up dog, which takes pain out of the low back. Downward facing. Right foot comes forward. Rise up. Warrior two. Get solid in your back leg again by finding the outer edge of the foot. Firm up your back leg where the inner thigh just zips up against your outer thigh. And then take your back arm, wrap it around your back. Flip your right palm up and reverse your warrior. Bend your front knee a little more. Press it open a little more. And relax your toes. And relax your jaw. See, I don't even have to look, and I feel it. Stretch up. And then move out into triangle. Right leg immediately straightens. Your right hip presses towards your back heel. Arm extending. And then if you want, take that left arm up in the air. Get your core pulled in again. Nice, Jim. Squeeze the foot. Squeeze up the leg. Muscle hugs bone. Pull yourself up from triangle. So all 10 toes face this front wall. Hands to support you. Hips and thighs pressing forward, heart lifting. Fold, out breath. Head surrenders. A long breath out as a way to surrender, and a surrender where you get back in. See, I was practicing one day of my own practice where all my teaching really comes from anyway, and as I really let the breath just leave in its entirety, I felt a surrender I felt an immediate softening of tension that my head and my thoughts in my head could not get me to. In fact, they were contributing to my muscular tension really often. But as I surrendered my exhalation, as I'm asking you to do now, I softened inside where it's like I just kind of gave up a fight. It's like I just put my guns down on the floor. So drop your breath like you're just putting your guns on the floor as a way to gain. Because when I surrendered, I shifted the energy from fight, flight, to just peace. Hands to the hips. Press down through the feet. Hug your core in. So the spine feels peaceful coming up to stand. Pull in that core. Move your shoulders back. Eyes rest on one place, eye level in front of you. Turn your left foot to face the parking lot. And your back foot steps right on up to meet the left. Bend your knees, sink your hips, arms reach. Press your chest to your thighs, let your head just drop, fold. Halfway up, breathe in. Move to plank. Rock forward, shoulders over the wrists, Mary. Rock forward, lower. Upward. Upward dog unfolds into downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Back foot flat. Rise up. And hands to the floor. Now I'm going to have you switch. So you take your left foot forward. Left foot forward. And then back foot flat, so you come into warrior one, left leg. Am I getting you guys all tripped up? You're like, I'm in my altered state here, and you just jostled me. Exhale into warrior two. Feel your back leg by accessing your back foot. Find the center of your back heel, and it's as though if you press into the floor a little, it lights up the floor underneath you. Then find the center of your front heel and press into that. And then press your left knee open, which is going to open up the left hip. Like the corner pocket, inner corner pocket of your left hip. Drop your hips down a little bit lower. Notice as you drop down, this is beautiful, Mary. As you're dropping down with the hips, you're having to breathe more, yeah? Not if you notice you have to breathe more. This is where you get to fight for your country. So, as you go into this, you're not going into this with battle. All you're doing is saying, I'm just fighting for a little more, to access a little more strength in me, a little more me. And then reach up, reverse warrior. Reversing. Front knee bending a little more, Mary, and then press it open a little more, nice. As you're reaching up, let yourself bend back, but it's like your whole left side just kind of arcs back away from your left hip. The exhalation bends you back, and then straighten through that left leg, triangle. Right down. You could take the upper arm around your back, or you just take your right arm to the ceiling. Let your left hip plug in toward the middle of your mat. Very nice, Mary. Tailbones dropping. Yeah. And then, oh, my front ribs are probably sticking out, and I haven't noticed because I'm looking up at my arm. But let your front ribs soften. And let the upper arm come a little lower. Now, as you pull up, use your feet, legs, and core. Good. And turn all 10 toes to face the wall again. It's the same wall, But can you see a little clearer? See, as we pull breath into our body and we feel our body more, our whole perspective shifts. Bring your hands to your hips. Press your hips and thighs forward. Hug your elbows in toward each other. And then let your exhale move you only into a fold halfway. Pause. Push your hips straight back. Fold again. Out breath. Outer edges of the feet. Find them again, Kendra. We practice finding our foundation. We come to practice, we do these poses, it's not for nothing. Every single practice, it's really helping you to get a connection to your body. And then when you forget, you get reconnected. I love the simplicity of it. It's quite extraordinary to me. It's quite magical, actually, at this point in my life, because it's like, plug my feet in, find my breath. And we practice that again and again, and then it starts to really simplify. And it feels good to come back to paring things down. It's really honoring the integrity of our body's alignment when we do that. Push your feet straight through the floor. Hands to the hips. Rise up. Tailbone shifting down. Good. Okay, turn your right foot forward again and your back foot up to meet your right. So you step right back up. Bend your knees. Inhale the arms up. Right leg over, right arm under. Eagle. Core is in. Eyes eye level. Find your bottom foot and it'll plug your legs in. Outer shins press against each other. Nice. Bend your bottom knee much more and empty the breath as you do it. And then let your inhale take you out of the pose with freedom. And then left leg, left arm. You are so free in this practice. Don't forget that. You're so free at any point to take child's pose, to go to the bathroom. You're free to say, I don't like this right about now. Like, you have a lot of free space here. And you're free to recognize that your practice is not this thing that has to be all or nothing. It's just practice. Every day you come to practice. Bend your bottom knee, sink down, sweep up. Left arm stays up. Right arm is kind of just brought back in a giant circle on the out breath. King Dancer, catch hold of your inner right foot. Left arm high. Eyes eye level. Breathing full. Spacious breathing. How about that? Not studio apartment breathing. Spacious breathing. When you're ready, press your chest forward. Keep the left arm high above alongside your ear. That keeps your chest elevated. Draw that leg back. Find your leg. Press your back shin to the parking lot. And roll your right hip a little more. Yes, there you go. Then let yourself free out of the pose. Right arm all the way up. Big circle with the left arm. And that feels good because it opens up the left side body. Catch the foot. Get back into your breathing. When the balance is tricky, pause, put the brakes on, and say, I'm going to go back to breathing again. Otherwise, it's like running a car with no gas. Not breathing is also like not having sugar in a cookie. Kick back. Full expression of King Dancer, which is an expression of you. And only you can practice King Dancer the way you practice it. Release. Come out of the pose. And then take your right leg up, wrap your hands around your right shin, left leg squeezing. Then take your left hand slowly but steadily to your left hip. Now wrap that elbow in. Now open up through the right side. Your right foot, envision it's on a step ladder. A step on a ladder. Push down into it. Push down into your bottom foot. Eyes eye level, Mary. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Come on back with the front leg. Sweep the arms straight up. Airplane. Feel the right leg kick back. Stretch the arms out in front of you. Come back to breath. Whenever you're like, where'd my head go? Just recognize, oh, I'm probably not breathing. Bring your arms straight up in the air and your foot to the floor. Left side, hug in with both hands. Wrap your arms or hands around the left shin and knee. Right leg straight. Go back to breathing. Eyes eye level. You could stay in this. Your practice is a practice. This balancing pose is just you practicing strengthening physical balance. You could stay exactly here and say, this is the 100% I'm doing. And it can be awesome, be successful. And if you say, okay, I've cornered the market on this, you can open up the leg to the left a little. Right hand on the right hip, and please hug the right elbow alongside your body. As you hug the elbow alongside, and the arm too, alongside your body, you'll find more of your core. Now use your core for this balance pose. Lower belly, pull it in and up. Oh, look at that, Kendra. You sprouted. Like you were just really well gardened. Sunlight, water, rich soil, and you sprouted. Exactly. Bring the leg back. Inhale, arms reach. Really good holding of the poses, you guys. And kick back. Arms can stay out in front of you. Chest can lift. Now roll the left hip down, Kendra. Make your movement slower. Slow and steady. Bring your arms to the sky, everybody. Inhale. Bring your foot to the floor. Find your footing again. Hands to your heart. Go back to what we started with. Find your feet. Inner edges of the feet. Press the outer edges. Rock forward all the way. More weight on the toes, the balls of the feet. Rock way back. Now find center. Tree pose. Right foot in. Palms plug right into each other. Shoulders back. We don't think about our hands much when we are eyes eye level. When we're peeling potatoes, driving our car, moving mattresses, like Kendra this weekend. We use our hands for so much. We give with our hands and we receive. But that comes actually from the heart. The heart chakra in metaphysics is the body parts for the heart chakra are the lungs, the heart obviously, but also the shoulders, the arms, and the hands. Press your palms into each other. And allow that love, the energy in your own heart to come up, to swell for you yourself. And if you can hold that image as you're practicing the physical balance and practicing living out from your head and your heart. Bring your foot to the floor. That will be the energy that really just carries you through the day. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, arms to the sides. Let all that float away. Palms to the heart. Tree. left foot in. Oftentimes, the hip will be higher. So if you take the left foot up, typically the left hip will ride up, and it takes you out of alignment in the hips, the right and the left. So can you kind of allow that hip to drop like you've dropped it into a holster? Yeah. And your belly button just kind of lines up to the front. Well, it's not kind of, it does. But if we're tight, then we're probably not going to get perfectly centered. And yet, that was never the point anyway. But be in the pose the way you're able to be in it today. And receive the fruits of your labor from all the tree poses you've done thus far. Tree pose, eagle, warrior, they have served your country, which is your body. And they have allowed you to know what it is to practice being really centered in head and heart, as well as the physical posture. Release. Feet together. Find your feet again. Feel how just took your legs right into it. Strong action through the lower body, arms reaching. Shoulders say, let me down off the ledge. Bend back. Fold forward. Lift halfway. To plank position. To low plank position. To up facing. To downward facing. Right foot stepping forward. Back heel staying up. Hands to the hips. You're going to make your way up into crescent lunge. Plug your back heel a little more down south. And right away you have a lot more rooted strength in that back leg. And if you decide, right now I need to find my breath again, I want to see you drop to your bottom knee if you need to, top of the back foot resting. But eyes are planted, whichever variation you choose. That's why I say it's just a practice. So what you did on Saturday or last Monday or whenever or last Wednesday, that's not right now. So be right now and let your body guide you. Inhale, arms reach up. Bring cactus arms to it. But now this entire movement comes through your torso as much as you can to the right. And keep pressing your shoulders and arms back. Nice, Mary. Your shoulders come over those hips. Nice. Palms right to the heart. Take a twist if you want. Right in that. So you're there, cactus arms, torso shining to the right. And from there, shoop. And open up that right arm. Nice, Mary. And lift your chest away from your front leg, Jim. That's excellent. Nice. Lift your heart up off your thigh. Strengthen your bottom, buoyancy in the heart. Strength, Kendra, with heart. Thank you. Warrior two. Warrior two. Lift your front heel up if you can. You want to make sure your knee is right over that ankle. Plug down into the ball of your front foot. Outer edge of the back foot. Check back there. Plug in again if you need to. Back leg, inner thigh pressing. Arms pull apart a little more, sink in a little lower. Plant your heel down on the floor. Reverse, arm reaching way, way up and back. Cartwheel right to the ground, high plank. Low plank. Upward. Down facing. Left foot steps forward. Back heel stays lifted or the back knee comes down. You have options. See, you're so free. You're so free in this class to have options. Bring yourself up. Take in where your eyes are. Get them eye level on one thing. Kind of difficult. You guys are facing forward and there's so much to choose. See, you have options. You have options on what you want to put your focus on. You have options on how you want your day to go. And you have a responsibility if you want your day to go well, your practice to go well. Set it up well with your mind. Good. Breath in. Mind and body in one piece. Turn to the left wall. Nice. Lower belly pulls in and up, and you lift. Your torso just gets even more buoyant because your core said, I got it. Hands to the heart, right into twist. Press the outside of your thigh against your arm. Take your arms apart on your exhalation. Let your exhalation burst your arms open wide. Push through your back heel, Kendra, and lift your back thigh higher. Feel your left hip peel back a little more. The right hip goes forward. You feel that? Now get your hips pressing back and let your spine get away from your hips. Nice. There. Free yourself by allowing yourself to breathe out easy. There you go. And then right into warrior two. Get solid with your breathing. Your eyes planted. Left heel lifts up off the floor. Like a shark just arrived. And it's underneath your front heel. You really got to lift way up high. Nice, Mary. Press that knee open. And then plant your heel down. Left arm, take it into reverse warrior. Just take yourself into a back bend on the out breath, though. The breath out, and then the back bend follows that. Breathe in so you feel your heart lift toward the ceiling. Nice, Kendra. And on the out breath, go back more. Cartwheel to the floor. High to low plank. And down dog. Bring your knees to the ground. Pad up your knees. Actually, we'll have you do that first. So pad up your knees. And then you're just going to take one foot. So I guess I want you to take your back knee onto the padding. And your right foot on the ground. Literally on the ground. And then I want your hands to the hips. I'd like you to feel your hips. Your hands are pressing your hips like you're squeezing them toward each other. So there's lots of stability from that. Do you feel that action in the legs take place? Okay, that's the foundation before the back bend. The back bend's the castle, the icing. The legs are the cake. Okay? Now you can jump out of your cake a little more by bending back. You can wrap your elbows in behind your back a little more. You're inhaling and you're pulling something up and out of yourself so that you can be amazed by yourself again today. Bring your hands to the floor. Switch sides. Find your footing. Find your footing first and foremost. Foundation, foundation, foundation. Hands to the hips. Squeeze the hips together. And let your heart just kind of jump out of your cake in a half camel. You're breathing in. Your exhales are so that your throat and heart soften. You're breathing out so your throat and heart soften. So even as you have to be a little stronger, there's still a little or a lot of warmth behind it. Bring yourself up And downward facing dog. Breathe in. Clear that out. There's an opportunity, by the way, to get more clearing on the out breaths. Ample opportunity because you released a lot of tension in the upper chest, in the front chest, in the back, mid-back. There can be more fluidity by this point of the practice. Sometimes it takes a while to get there, though. That's why it's called practice. Big exhale out. Inhale, right leg up in the air. Exhale, bend the upper knee, roll open. There's ample opportunity now to get a little bit more space. Even if it was like just a quarter of an inch more, it can be just beautiful. Honor it, receive it, receive it. Don't be in the pose to get it done. Be in the pose to receive what the practice wants to give back to you for showing up. Pigeon. Sweep the right foot forward. Take care that your front knee lines up with your hip. Don't worry if the front leg isn't parallel. And feel your back leg stretch way back. And then make your way into pigeon. Don't be in pigeon to say you got it done. Be in pigeon so you can receive a hip opening. If you're in pigeon without breath, it's the equivalent of a soldier in battle. Hence the fight or flight. I was thinking this morning in my meditation about not just the people that we've lost or known others to have lost that have gone to war, but I thought just as much about the people that struggle coming back from war. They lived, but they have no chance to really get their body out of fight or flight. And so they struggle with PTSD. And a lot of them say, what do I do with that? Maybe if I drink, that'll kind of quiet all that down. Anyone who's been in fight or flight trauma for a long time, you don't have to be on a battlefield, but it can be difficult to come out of that space. And I recognize it can almost feel unsafe. The vulnerability of the worst being over, so to speak, can almost feel unsafe. So allow your mind to receive the message. It's safe to come back into your body, to breathe slow and easy, and to be still. When we are charged up internally with a fight or flight energy, we kind of just, those are our experiences. Or we think they will be. So always kind of geared up. This is why pigeon doesn't come until the end. Toward the end. We're in a space where we can turn on the TV, pick up the newspaper, and say, no, fight or flight is where I have to reside. I have to protect myself. I have to be ready. But we have to shift out of that energy, which is very brave, to empower others to shift out of it with us. We have to be a stand again for peace. For healing, for loving, for forgiveness. We cannot be a stand for fear, waiting for the other shoe to drop and waiting to get hurt and brokenhearted. Because if we are, we cannot have a different experience. So breathe in, breathe out the energy that you have held in your country, called your body, called your heart, called your mind. Let your nervous system be at peace. Choose that today. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Surrender. Surrender the right side a little more. In this pose, stay in pigeon for just another moment and consciously, mentally surrender. So your hip can receive the opening and the freedom and the healing and the ease. Because those energies we can do so much more with in regard to our health of mind and body. Hands to the floor, curl the back toes under. Slowly make your way out. You can come into downward dog or you can have one knee on the ground. Your call. Just honor your calling. Honor what your body calls out for you to do. Take the leg up in the air, bend the knee, roll it open. Roll the hip down, let the leg and foot find the floor. Left side, going up. Left side, coming through in a lunge, gently moving into pigeon. Let that hip soften down. Let your exhalation pour your torso over the floor. Back foot, if you can, have it pointing straight, as ideal as straight behind you as possible. The truth is, though, is we are not just in a war over there. We're in a deep internal conflict because of a deep internal battlefield in individuals. With addiction, with the self-loathing that facilitates eating disorders. So many people are so vulnerable to the challenge of the war they have with anxiety, depression. As we serve ourselves genuinely and generously with parasympathetic nervous system energy, we feel even greater for those crises. We have a connection to their meaning. And we can serve those areas of war with love and with healing, not with fight. Anybody in conflict inside themselves, they're crying out for love. That's what this practice has been for me. That's what I was crying out for. I used to think that I had to be completely over some of the personal circumstances that created a lot of crisis and deep hurt in my life. And I recognize that when I grieve, it doesn't change the story, but it diffuses the emotional charge that cries out underneath it, the story. But when I grieve and when I feel for me, I really move into a space to feel for people. And I just try to get up out of bed and with an intention of how can I serve hurt? How can I serve pain and suffering? How can I serve fighting in a way that's not the fight or flight energy of more attack? And sometimes that just requires one person to drop their sword, to drop their gun, to drop their shield. And recognize all the fight is just a lot of hurt underneath the old angers. And we can see what that's doing to everyone in our world today. So humbly serve you. Humbly and generously serve yourself through practice of breath and movement, which we call yoga, so that you can experience parasympathetic, which can feel like an earlier heaven, and do whatever might be in your heart with that energy. So you give back from that space. So you can light the way for others. Perhaps even an enemy. Because as you learn to love you, as you're in service to self-love, that's where your action comes from heart. And yet keep using your head in that too. All the time people call me a healer, but I also still have to stand up and be a stand for myself and a stand for others with strength in my voice. And trust that I have to do yoga and meditate a lot to find love and compassion for those that challenge me too. But as I find more of my heart space, I can speak from that place. So it's a lot less, not just defense and attack and battle, but a lot of less drama too. Things clear up really quickly when you're strong, but you have heart behind that strength. Probably because you're feeding resolution. Solution. Healing that might not have been possible until the now. Breath in, breath out. But first you got to find that within yourself, and that's why we practice. That's why I practice. Long, easy, kind, full, generous exhalation. Take it all the way down to the bottom so you can really move back into parasympathetic nervous system energy inside yourself. That's how you can be in a challenging pose and not lose it. Or beat your yoga teacher up. Palms flat, curl the back toes under. Slowly come out of that. Let me know if you need the jaws of life. Leg up. Your yoga practice will give you a leg up on your whole day, your whole week. Left leg up. Bend the upper knee, roll it open. Roll the hip down, foot to the ground. Bring your knees to the floor, make your way out onto your back. On your back, feet hip width apart. Ground down through the feet, that helps you find your legs for bridge. Press up so you can just have opening again in the front, whereas you were just so folded over. Exhale down. Breath in. Open mouth wide, clear it. Feet down, rise up. Exhale your hips to the floor generously, all the way. Receive the floor generously underneath you. Bring your hands to your heart. Rest your palms against your heart, against your chest, however you like, but be in a heart space. Eyes closed. Allow yourself the opportunity to think about the first time you ever did yoga. How has your yoga served you? How has it served your mind? How has it restored your spirit? How has it enhanced your health? Your mental and emotional health is absolutely as fundamental as your physical. How has it served you to practice yoga when your life was a struggle? so many practices I did not want to practice because my life was feeling so pained, and I didn't want to feel that when it was just me with me on my mat. But the practice has carried me through unconditionally, unwavering, through life, come as it may. What has it done for you? What is it doing for you still? How has it empowered you? How has it fed your soul? To have a practice that heals your nervous system. Has it allowed you to offer more of yourself, a little more courageously, a little more authentically? Has it allowed you to make some peace with yourself inside? Even if the outside was not peaceful. Has yoga helped you start to move out of fight or flight? Have you noticed that if you're not in survival, there's so much more of you that authentically just shows up? There's so much more you can offer others from a place of being restored, recharged, and relaxed. For whatever yoga has offered you, receive it in your heart this morning. Let it know it has served you well. In fact, thank God for it. Let your knees fold together and widen your feet out more so that the knees just collapse toward each other in a way that surrenders the legs, the work of the legs. You worked long enough. Squeeze, hug into your chest. Slow exhalation. Rock on up to flat feet. Pull in your core and rock up to flat feet. So you're sitting on your butt. As soon as you sit up, grab the backs of your thighs with your hands. Flex your feet. Rock back. Rock all the way back to the floor. Like you're in kindergarten again. Pull the core in and it'll pull you right up. Rock back. Pull the core in and it'll pull you up by your bootstraps, but it will. Rock back. Pull in. Now we got our abs in too. Bring your hands to your heart. Tuck your chin in. Down to your chest, eyes closed. Scan yourself internally. Not like you're looking for anything out of place. Not like you're looking for something, saying, I don't have enough of this, enough of that. Scan your wholeness. From that blueprint, all is possible. From a place of wholeness. In mind, heart, and body. May you serve well today. Namaste. There you go. That's great. Thank you, Kendra. Well, really finding that core is just showing up and watching it in you guys. So I want to give you guys opportunity not just to do more core work, but to receive with your mind acknowledgement of what your core is showing up and doing. It's working. The core and the kid? Yeah. Yeah.